boyos!
Oh, boyos!
Welcome to Last Week in Games, where everything is video games. Your mother, she's a video game. Your father, also a video game. Your dog, you guessed right, video game. Last week, we got a whole bunch of shit that happened last week. Some things are happening. Horizon's got some news. Stadia, it's got some bigger news. And, let's get into it. Jake, how are you? It's been a minute since I've seen you.
Oh, yes.
I think it's been a whole week.
An entire day has passed.
Wow, a whole day. Shit. Well, what have you been up to? How are you? How are you
I'm
doing?
good, man. I figure at the top of this show, that's why I have it written here in the doc. We could talk about Deadpool 2.
Let's do it.
And by Deadpool 2, I mean Deadpool 3.
Why do you mean Deadpool 3?
Because Deadpool 2 already exists. That's already a movie that exists.
Oh, shit. You're right.
Yeah.
I thought you wanted to talk about Deadpool 2. I'm like, I haven't seen it in a while, but I'm sure it's got literally the best superhero out there. Superhero is like a very loose term, but it has the best character all of Marvel in there.
You think Deadpool is the best character?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay. Then what are you saying?
Domino is the best character.
Oh, yeah.
Come
for
on,
sure.
man.
For sure. Domino's cool.
Easily the best character.
After seeing Domino in that movie, I'm like, yeah, that's the super. You're always asked, what superpower would you want? That's the one.
That's the one. That's the one.
She just can't die. You think like Domino gets to 100 and something years old, and
they're like, we found the cure.
Right. Like she just doesn't die, right? Like she can't die.
I don't know, man. I have no idea.
Unless she wanted to die, in which case it would be lucky for her to die, right? Like she'd probably live the perfect life span.
Yeah, that's the fucking way. That is the best power ever. She's the most overpowered person.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But
in every comic book sense of the word.
And Zazie Beetz is so fucking good in that role too. I love her in that.
Oh, she's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Perfectly cast. Anyway, you said Deadpool 3. So
I did.
They did something with Deadpool 3, did they?
Oh yeah. So last week they announced that Hugh Jackman is going to be in Deadpool 3 as Wolverine. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
I could have swore they already said that. That was already hinted, hey, yeah, we should get, maybe it was a joke within Deadpool 2 where it's oh, yeah, we could get Hugh Jackman. Wasn't he in Deadpool 2 when they opened the door and it's all the X-Men sitting around?
No, that was a Beast. It was all the First Class guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. James McAvoy and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a scene where he takes the mask off in Deadpool 1, and it's a picture of Hugh Jackman.
Oh.
And then also in the post-credits scene, there's the scene from X-Men Origins where he comes up and he kills that Deadpool. So he's kind of in the movie for a split second.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think it's cool. I'm glad we're getting a Deadpool 3. The release date, do they have a release date? I know they do. I just don't remember what it was.
April something 2024. So
2024. That seems like a long ways off.
It's far out. My guess too, because everyone was like, why did they announce it right now? That's so early to announce this. My guess is Variety or somebody, Deadline, got word that Hugh Jackman was in the movie and they were about to release a paper, a report, Hugh Jackman's in Deadpool, and they wanted to get ahead of it. And they're like, we should announce it ourselves.
Could be.
That's my guess on why they did the announcement so early like that. And randomly, right after D23, even though that would have been a hype moment at D23, I don't think they planned on announcing this.
But I feel like I'm getting a dust storm warning, everybody.
Oh, Haboob is coming our way.
Haboob. Sorry about that. I thought I turned that off on my phone. Didn't they announce Deadpool 2 in the same way though? It was just kind of on a Tuesday, and it was just
yeah, but this is the first time it's the MCU, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
It was a different regime back then.
You know what? It's fine with me. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Whatever.
I have this feeling that it's gonna be a lot like Deadpool 2, but instead of Cable, it's gonna be Hugh Jackman.
Wolverine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of my guess. Is like they're gonna
You think
fight each other,
Wolverine's?
and
You
then
think Wolverine's gonna be the bad guy in this one?
not like the bad guy, but I think they'll fight at first, and then because Cable was like sort of the bad guy, and then at the end he wasn't. You know?
You know what this means, though? The amount of multiversal jokes that will be in this, and the amount of cameos that will be in this fucking movie are going to be bonkers.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be sick, dude.
Like fucking bonkers. This movie is it's just gonna be a cameo. That kind of worries me a little bit.
Yeah,
Because I feel like it's just gonna be a cameo bomb where it's like, oh look, and here's Spider-Man and the Fantastic Four and Captain America, but old Captain America and young Captain America and like all that kind of stuff, you know.
I have this theory. Yeah, I had this theory that it was like we're gonna see a cameo of Chris Evans as Johnny Storm and as Captain America, and they like point at each other. Yeah,
that'd be pretty good.
Famously,
and then all the Spider-Mans are doing the same thing, and they like look over at each other like, wait, what? And then they start pointing at each other.
I would love to see Spider-Man show up, but that might be hard with Sony and stuff. But that'd be sick. I love Spider-Man Deadpool. Joe Kelly. Yeah. Joe Kelly did a run on Spider-Man Deadpool. It's very good. You should read it. But I there's a very famous Deadpool comic where Deadpool goes around and he kills everyone in the Marvel universe, and then he comes out of the comic book and kills the comic book writers. Mm-hmm. And I wonder if they're gonna do that. I wonder if they're gonna do that, but instead of it like him killing the Marvel universe and killing the comic book writers, is it he goes around and he kills the entire Fox universe?
Oh,
like he goes around and he like kills James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender, and just like kills all of them.
I don't know. That seems kind of messed up. You know, Disney buys Fox and then literally kills them in a movie.
And then he goes out and he kills like the Fox execs.
I feel like that would be an inside joke for everybody at like Fox and Disney.
Oh yeah, for
who
sure.
Are still working there, and it wouldn't make as good of a movie as you think, but it would be on brand. It really would be on brand.
Oh yeah. I wonder, do you think this will be the only what's it called? The only appearance for Hugh Jackman? Or you think we'll see him again in something else after this?
I think the idea that he will be in another thing is very likely. Because he's said before, I'm not going to be in another movie. Logan's going to be the last one, blah, blah, blah. And then he's just like, yeah, okay, I'll do this. I'll do this silly movie with you. So I imagine as long as he likes what it is and what his Wolverine would do, he's on board with it.
Yeah, my guess I think
that's what it is.
Like, for one, I think he's coming back because him and Ryan Reynolds have been friends for a long time, and it's just like, it's a no-brainer. Like, just come back. Mm-hmm. You guys are friends anyway. Just do it one time. But also in an interview, he said, the only way I'd come back again as Wolverine is if Marvel could put me in as an Avenger.
That would be sick.
So I wonder, like, Secret Wars, I
was thinking Galactus, but
yeah.
Secret Wars would be good too.
Yeah. Secret Wars, or probably not Kang Dynasty. I feel like
no.
Secret Wars is when all the multiverse stuff is like really going to come to a head.
Oh my goodness!
What happened?
A haboob.
Oh,
a haboob is happening.
You got hit with the boob.
Oh yeah, I might go out actually.
I don't have it over here. That's wild.
Yeah, wow, well, I'm a little north than you. Anyway, I think the Kang Dynasty is wrapping up in 2024, right with the Fantastic Four. I think
they announced the right.
What?
They're both coming out the same year. Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars.
I mean, are they?
Yeah.
Then it might be something else.
They said they're coming out 6 months apart.
It might be something else then. It might not be Secret Wars. It might be something else. The next thing with Wolverine.
I don't know. I think they'd want to be done with Hugh Jackman as quickly as possible before they introduce the X-Men proper, so they could have like a new casting of Wolverine in whatever they're doing in the future with X-Men.
They already have a new casting with Wolverine. She's called X-23.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea, actually.
And that's how they reboot it, with all the kids that escaped.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. No, and in fact, don't even connect it to Logan. Just start over,
Just start over.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah. But like have Hugh Jackman in as like a Wolverine from a different dimension in Secret Wars. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then have him die.
Whatever, man.
Yeah.
Whatever. I just want to see Wolverine fighting alongside the Avengers.
Yeah, that'd be cool as hell. But I'm also fine if he just comes back for Deadpool and that's it, and that's fine. I'd also be cool with that. I'd also be fine if this was the last Deadpool movie, if I'm being honest.
It depends. It depends on how it goes.
Right.
If it's the same sort of thing, and
oh yeah, I got hit with the boob as well.
Oh, there you go. You got hit with the boob. If it's the same sort of thing, kind of like 21 Jump Street and 22 Jump Street, I feel like they can only get away with one more 20 Jump Street.
Yeah.
They could do 23 Jump Street, but then after that, it's like, okay, you've kind of played it through.
Yeah, I already feel like
I feel the same sort of thing with Deadpool.
Yeah, I already feel like Deadpool 3 is like, do we need it? But now it's been so long between Deadpool 2 and Deadpool 3, it's like, okay, yeah, we can have another one. And a lot's changed in the world, and you're owned by Disney, so you could probably get away with it. Because like I also wonder, like, how much more does Ryan Reynolds want to do? He's done 3 of these things. We lost Nick. He's dead. Okay,
you take over.
We're done with Deadpool 2.
Speaking of boobs.
Oh my god, yeah. Speaking of boobs, let's get into the titties. These are some tidbits of news that we want to talk about. First and foremost, some dude named Dream revealed his face, and everyone cares about it for some reason. So that's a thing.
Who the fuck is Dream?
That's what I was asking, bro. I have no idea.
Have you done any research on it?
So I looked into it. He's some like Minecraft YouTuber, I guess, and he's also the guy, if you remember, he like cheated in the Minecraft thing a couple years ago.
Oh, dude, yeah, I remember. He's the like hooded guy, the green hooded guy.
Yeah, that guy. He did a face reveal and everyone's like freaking out online. I haven't been on Twitter in 2 days because I can't handle it. It's too annoying. Yeah. Like, I don't care about this kid. Anyway.
I mean, he looks like a normal dude.
He looks just like you, Nick.
No, he doesn't. Come on, man. He looks like a creeper.
Yeah, he looks like you, but like he's you if you like. Maybe I don't want to say anything bad anymore. Actually, let's hold that back.
He looks like me.
He looks like you if you did bad things.
Hey, he's a kid. He'll learn. He'll be like stupid shit. We've all do shit.
Is he a kid?
I don't know. He looks younger. Early 20s.
Okay. Yeah. PlayStation Star's top tier members are currently getting priority customer support. And also, just to add this here, if you don't know how the Stars system works, Sony's PlayStation Stars loyalty program, which is headed here in October, will offer better customer support on higher tier of its membership. The program has 4 tiers, and members are able to access higher tiers by earning 128 rare trophies and buying at least 4 games from the PlayStation Store as they go from the starting level point of level 1. So,
well, I guess that makes sense. You pay more money, you get priority.
I get it, but also maybe just have better customer support. I don't know.
I think Sony, as amongst other people, are also having problems, with staffing. So you gotta split it up somehow.
I get it, but you could just pay people better. I don't know.
It's true. Yeah, it is very true.
Yeah, I think it's kind of lame. Like, you get a new PlayStation. It's like, oh, I need some customer support. It's like, no, you're not a loyal member. It's like, dude, I just spent like $600 on this machine. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and all the prices of everything are going up. It's a shitty time to be a consumer.
Also, I wonder, it says like you have to buy 4 games on the store. What about like me who likes buying physical? Does that count? I mean, at this point, I would be I hope I would just be opted into the 4-star since
for sure.
I've bought so many fucking games.
You would hope so.
Yeah. Or I have to start over, I guess. Which, I mean, let's be honest, I'll probably buy 4 games. Maybe not. I'm on PC a lot these days, so I don't know.
Okay. Huh?
It doesn't matter. I've never really had to call customer support anyway, so. Because I'm smart enough to figure it out. How about you guys just get better, more tech savvy? How about that?
There you go. Yeah, how about you stop being 80-year-old men?
Yeah, that's right. You sound great, by the way. Just saying.
Yeah.
You've come in clear, so
I'm coming in clear.
That's good.
Let's hope it stays. Oh, as soon as you say that, little fucking icon goes red.
Keep your camera off. But
as soon as you say that,
you sound good, but keep your camera off. Skull and Bones was delayed until March 9th, 2023. Can you believe it?
Boy, get them. Get them, boys. Skull and Bones. I can't believe I'm so sorry they haven't canned this game.
You've become robot? You're a robot. You're a robot, man?
All right. Well, then you talk about it.
Yeah. Now you're clear.
Fucking great. Skull and Bones is never going to come out. I'm surprised that they haven't canned this game already.
Yeah, I agree. You're a little robotic, but I got you. I followed what you said there. Yeah, I don't know, man. They got to release it at this point, though. There's no way they could push it past March. There's no way.
Oh, dude, they will.
They will. You're right.
They will. It'll get to like April 28th. They'll be like, oh, we need to move it again.
In April, after March.
Oh, sorry, I said March. Sorry. It'll be like February, is what I meant
April
to say.
will come and be like, hey, we noticed you guys forgot about Skull and Bones. We also forgot about Skull and Bones.
Yeah, also, you know that game that nobody's going to buy? Also, it's delayed, obviously.
We just didn't release it. No one complained.
We kind of all forgot about it, to be honest.
Yeah. Yep. Skull and Bones. It's an absolute dumpster fire. I kind of want to play it though when it comes out, just to like,
dude, you and me,
just to like
you and me,
yeah, just to be like, what the fuck is this, you know?
It better be free to play at this point.
Yeah, you'd hope. I doubt it. Yeah. Disney reportedly wants a Star Wars game every 6 months. Cool.
So do I.
Yeah, I think that's great.
So do I. That sounds great. Give me a whole bunch of different genres. Give me a whole bunch of different creators, developers, publishers, everything.
Yep.
Indie, AAA, in between. Give it to me. I will play your game if I think it looks good. You know?
Yeah.
Have the guy from Undertale make a Star Wars game.
That'd be sick.
I'd play that.
That'd be sick.
You know?
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, a lot of people online were like, oh, that means the quality of Star Wars games are going to go bad. I'm like, that's 2 games a year. And now that EA doesn't own them, like, so many different developers and publishers can be making Star Wars games. It seems low to me, honestly.
Yeah.
Also, like, it says they want to do that. Doesn't mean they will do that. You know, like, I think they found with EA, like, they probably wanted to release a bunch of games through EA, but they only released 3. So, in the 10 years that EA owned them.
Yeah.
So, anyway, moving on to the news.
Moving on to the news.
A Horizon Zero Dawn remaster is in the works for PS5, it's claimed. Along with a multiplayer spinoff. This comes from Andy Robinson at VGC. Sony Interactive Entertainment is planning to release a remaster of the PS4 title Horizon Zero Dawn for PlayStation 5. That's according to a report made by MP First, which VGC can corroborate via our own sources. The update version of the 2017 Guerrilla Games title will feature improved visuals to bring it up to par with this year's sequel, Horizon Forbidden West. in the form of new character models, lighting, and animations, it's claimed. In addition, it's claimed the new version of Zero Dawn will add accessibility features, graphics modes, and quality of life improvements to gameplay itself. VGC understands that the studio has long intended to expand the Horizon series into the multiplayer space. Sources had previously told us that co-op first planned for the original Horizon game, but was ultimately scrapped so the development team could focus on other areas of the title. Zero Dawn concept art leaked online in 2014, verified by VGC, even shows initial plans to have multiplayers battle the game's huge mechanical beasts in a scenario similar to Capcom's Monster Hunter games. Sources said that Sony had been keen to include co-op in the game's sequel, Forbidden West, but Guerrilla decided to save the feature for a future project, which they believed would either be a standalone online spin-off or Horizon 3. Nick, what do you think?
Why? How? I don't really. That's what I think. All those questions.
Yeah.
Kind
of with you.
I thought Horizon Zero Dawn was a great single player experience. Horizon Zero Dawn 2 or Horizon 2, whatever it was called, Forbidden West, seemed to be the same experience, just better. Do we really need to add a co-op or a multiplayer or?
Oh, that's where you're coming at it from. Okay.
Or well, that for sure, but also this game is not that old.
Yeah.
And we're already getting a remaster, but they won't remaster like something like Sly Cooper.
Or in this scenario, like Killzone.
Or Killzone, yeah.
Which is a Guerrilla game, you know?
It's just weird to me. Like are they out of ideas for Zero Dawn and they're like, you know what? Remaster, because that was the story that we had for Zero Dawn. We don't know where to go from it. Let's just redo it, I guess. I don't know.
I don't think that's it at all.
No.
Yeah, I think there's two big pieces to this pie here. I think there's the multiplayer part of it and then the remake part of it. As far as the remake part of it, I think that's the more complicated bit because I think they're going the route of The Last of Us with it, right? Like where they want to have The Last of Us remake and then, sell it for $70 again, but it looks so much better or whatever, and it's the definitive way to play it, which sucks. I think that sucks because Horizon already looks fine. You could release a remake. I'm trying to think how to word this properly. They're doing this because every game that's a movie or a show that's being turned into a movie or a show, they want like a definitive edition of it. So then when the show comes out, they'll see a boom in sales. That's what I think is happening here.
Is Horizon
Yes, it's turning.
They're making.
We've talked about it on this show. They're making like a Netflix series, right?
Wow.
Remember
I believe.
Yeah, we predicted maybe it'll be like about Elizabeth Sobek or whatever. You never even played Horizon, so you don't know. But yeah, it's frustrating. I think they're looking at things like CD Projekt Red, right? Like with Cyberpunk and Witcher. It's like these shows were huge and sales went up astronomically when the shows came out, which will probably happen with Horizon and The Last of Us and Twisted Metal. They'll probably release a game. What's another? Ghost of Tsushima, right? They're releasing a movie from that, so they'll probably do a remake for Ghost of Tsushima as well, which is just like, bro, that game just came out. I think what's nice about the game, the show launches and people go play Cyberpunk because Cyberpunk now is like $30 or something.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't even think that has anything to do with it.
Witcher was $6.
I think with the Cyberpunk thing, it's like It's more about like, hey, that show was good. I haven't played Cyberpunk in a long time. I'm gonna give it a shot because they've updated a whole bunch of shit.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's what
Where,
they're planning on doing with this, where it's like, oh, let me go
but
play.
I doubt they're going to update like a whole lot of shit from Horizon 1, you know? I don't know. Did
But
people have
I think
problems with
you're
Horizon
missing
1?
the big point, because there might be some people like that, like what you're saying. But
Right.
I think the bigger point is like there were a ton of people who watched the Witcher show, never played The Witcher, then went and played The Witcher. That's
That
what
is
they're going for.
that is true.
That's what they want. They want
The
someone
bigger audience.
who watched Horizon, and they're like, "Oh, this is cool. There's a game. Let's play it." That's what they
Yeah.
want. They don't give a shit about us who have already played it. And there might be a couple of people who have played it, who might play it again, like I did with The Last of Us. But it's frustrating because there's already a PC version of it, and it's like you can just continually upgrade the PC version. You don't need to create a remake. Now, what I do see them doing in the future, instead of releasing this as a PC version, like the original as a PC version, they'll release the newer version as the PC version, so they can have the initial drop, and then in 3 to 5 years they'll remake it with the PC drop as well. And
Well, yeah, and Sony's doing that.
They're hella double dipping.
Yeah, Sony's doing that stupendously right now.
Yeah,
they're so correct in the way that they are doing it.
I'm okay with this if it is just a remaster, and they're like, we're selling it for $40 or whatever. And it's just like, we've made it a little better. We cleaned it up a bit. If they're doing the Last of Us treatment on it, though, where it's like, this is a ground up remake and it's $70, I can't fuck with that. I really can't.
No. Yeah, I'm right there with you.
That can't be the normal. And I know people are like, but it's for the new players. I saw someone online be like, but it's for the new players. It's not for you. It's like, well, they're screwing over new players too. Because new players shouldn't have to pay $70 for a game that's 5 to 7 years old, Like, that's fucked up.
Yeah, seriously, just go play the old game. It's perfectly fine right now. It looks better than most games that have come out.
Yeah.
Recently.
Zero Dawn still looks fucking great, like, to this day. Forbidden West looks better, but, like, not that much better. It's not like a Last of Us Part 1 to Part 2 scenario. It's it's not that extreme.
Yeah.
So I don't get it. As far as the co-op, I fuck with that. I don't know. I'm cool with that. That's fine. It's like factions, but Horizon, I'm cool. I'm cool with that.
It's like factions, but I guess.
And I put a little note in here. If you remember, we talked about this. SIE revealed in May that it's launching a significant push into live service games with 12 such titles planned to arrive.
You think this could be one of them?
I think so. Yeah.
It could be like a Destiny, but Horizon.
Yeah. Yeah. And
give me, you know what? Give me a custom character creator. Give me like custom.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Armor sets that I can mix match, kind of like Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
And then give me big robots to fight with my butts. I'd be cool with that.
Yeah.
But if it's retelling the same story but just co-op, I'm not cool with that.
I don't think it's going to be that. I think it'll be its own thing. Like the way they said it here is standalone online. If it is a standalone online spin-off, it's going to be fucking Monster Hunter. And it's going to be in the same world as Horizon, but it's not going to cover like the same story. It's not going to be like your Aloy,
I hope so.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
If it's in Horizon 3, I might get a little worried about that, but if it's its own standalone thing, yeah, that's cool. And Guerrilla used to make online games, multiplayer games. So
yeah, and they were pretty good too.
Yeah, Killzone was the shit, dude.
Killzone 3 was actually really good online.
Yeah,
it's just nobody played it.
Yeah,
it's one of those games.
There was no online for Shadowfall, was there, or Shadowkeep, or whatever the fuck it was called?
I don't believe so.
I didn't play it, so I don't know.
The one that I played came out right when the PlayStation 4 came out.
That was Shadowfall, Shadowkeep, whatever.
Was it? Then it did have. It did have
Oh,
online.
okay. Yeah. That was the game they made before Horizon.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like I said, nobody played it. So I probably played 4 matches maximum and went, okay, well, that's it. That's enough. You see the same guy over and over again.
Yeah. I think if it's a standalone thing though, and it's like Monster Hunter, but you're fighting these big robot monsters, that sounds pretty cool. I fuck with it. I wonder what these other 12 games are. Obviously, we have 2 of them. I think Factions and this, and maybe they're considering Destiny, one of them. Um, so that leaves 7 other games. Oh yeah, Ghost of Tsushima is probably another one. Um, yeah. What? Oh,
Whatever Bungie's doing.
yeah, Bungie's next game.
Yeah.
So that leaves 6 of them. So I wonder what else.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That's, I mean, IPs, new IPs.
Yeah. Uncharted.
Uncharted, maybe.
Maybe an Uncharted thing.
Maybe.
Oh yeah. Also, to bring it back to Factions for a second, the rumor online is like Factions is gonna be like Tarkov almost, but
I don't know about
Last of Us.
that. Well, if it's more streamlined than
yeah,
Tarkov, I
that's
think
what
I
I'm
like
saying.
it.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, yeah, take the good things from Tarkov, you know,
Yeah,
like
for sure.
the
Yeah.
base building elements and all that stuff, and then just make it
Yeah.
better. Yeah, that sounds like a perfect way to do that. Actually, I fuck with it pretty heavy. So
Yeah, I could see that. I want there to be other game modes, maybe not just fucking, oh yeah, just go around collecting shit and then leave. I mean, if anybody can do it, Naughty Dog can do it, right? But it makes me nervous to hear that.
really, it made me the complete opposite. I was like, that sounds fucking sick. I'm all about it. So. Anyway, next piece of news here. Google Stadia is shutting down on January 18th, 2023. Who could have thought? Who would have
thought?
Who would have guessed?
Hey, you know what? We don't have to say coming out on Stadia anymore.
That's beautiful. You're right. This comes from Darren Bonthus on GameSpot. Google has announced that its cloud streaming service Stadia will officially be shutting down on January 18th, 2023. All Stadia hardware purchases made through the Google Store will be refunded, including games and add-on content purchased from the storefront. Here's a quote from Phil Harrison, the VP of Stadia. Quote, a few years ago, we also launched a consumer gaming service, Stadia, and while Stadia's approach to streaming games for consumers was built on a strong technology foundation, it hasn't gained the traction with users that we expected. So we've made the difficult decision to begin winding down our Stadia streaming service. End of quote. Though Stadia is a gaming platform, will be retired next year, Harrison added that the technology pioneered by the service will be used in other Google services such as YouTube, Google Play, and augmented reality projects. The company also plans to make the underlying technology available to industry partners, which, quote, aligns with where we see the future of gaming headed. Nick, thoughts?
Good riddance. But also, we all saw it coming, to be honest. Anything Google does as like a reach out, I always expect it for them to close it. You had Google Glass, they closed that. There's another Google thing that they had and they closed it. They tend to do this. They tend to go, well, let's dip our toes in this and see how it goes. And then they learn a bunch of shit from it. And then like, okay, cool. And then they pull it.
Yep.
Google just loves those extended betas, is what I'm going to call it, And the next thing Google like reaches out with is just going to be an extended beta,
Yeah.
And I could have probably told you this back when Stadia was announced. It was like, yeah, that won't last. I probably said that.
Pretty sure me and you said exactly that verbatim, and exactly what you just said about like the Google Glass and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't surprise me. I must have did you say anything about the developers who didn't hear about it until they announced it to the public?
Oh, I didn't mention that.
Okay, yeah. So apparently they didn't tell their developers who were developing games for the Stadia,
right.
Until they saw the news, and they're like, "Hey, what the fuck?"
Well,
So,
and the worst part about that is like it wasn't specifically like Google Stadia, you know, developers, because they shut all of their Stadia developers down a few months back already, and that was already when we were like, okay, I can smell it. I can smell it. Like they closed down all their developers. Everything was down. Their publishing side was completely shut down. It's like, okay, yeah, this shit's ending. But this was just like small developers who were like, oh, this is a small service, and we could maybe make our mark here. And now it's just gone.
yeah.
So, yeah, kind of sucks. But also, at the same time, it's like, could you not? I wouldn't have developed for the Stadia.
No, never in a million years.
At least like not Stadia, specific,
I wouldn't even. I don't even think I'd touch it.
Yeah.
I think I would have waited at least 5 years and went, okay, is it still going? Is it going strong? Is that where the market's going? Now let's start developing for it. That's the only way I would have done it myself personally. Yeah. Because like I said, we fucking called it. It was like, this isn't going to last. Nobody's going to get on it. There won't be that many games. And there wasn't. Like, all of that came to fruition. I wish, the lottery numbers were that easy to telegraph, because then me and you would be rich.
Oh, yeah. But so would everyone else.
Well, a lot of people.
I think most people were like, yeah, this is not going to last. And maybe even the people developing for Stadia thought were like, they probably knew it wasn't going to last too, but they're like, maybe we can get this game out before it does die. And the small community that exists on Stadia will latch onto our game because we're the only game there or whatever, but just didn't pan out for them. I do. That's probably why they were developing for Stadia to begin with. But the fortunate thing is, like, there's so many alternatives to Stadia for those people. Like, if they were developing for the specific reason of it being a cloud service, we have Amazon Luna, we have Xbox, whatever it's called, xCloud. I think there was another one that was just like announced recently. So, and I think Amazon saw that too, and they were like, we don't stand a chance against fucking Xbox when it comes to streaming. Like, yeah. So I do think they were kind of ahead of their time by doing it. But
well, yeah. I mean, so was Google Glass, to be honest.
Yeah, right. It's like, cool idea, but
we haven't seen anything like Google Glass come back.
Right.
So maybe Google is like, we'll try this. We'll show everybody that it's a stupid idea. And then we won't have to deal with it anymore. Like, everybody else will go, oh shit, if Google can't do it, how are we going to do it? And then,
right.
maybe that's the outlook. I don't know. Crazy.
Yeah. So I hope everyone gets their games to someone else, and I hope no one loses their job. They said no one was losing their job over at Stadia. They're all just being moved to different departments and stuff, so that's good. That's good. Because Google has that kind of cash money.
Well, they also have that kind of like overhead where they can put you wherever the fuck. Oh, you want to work literally in any sector of the world? We got you.
Yeah. Well, and I don't doubt that they'll use this, technology for stuff like they said. Like, I'm not exactly sure how they will. Implementing it into Google Play or whatever, that makes sense. Maybe actually just implementing Google Stadia into YouTube proper, like Netflix is kind of doing. I don't know.
Yeah.
That might be the move. Who knows what the future holds for Google and gaming, because I'm sure this is not their last thing with that.
I just looked up at my pins. When we went to PAX, we got a pin for Stadia. And I'm like, hell yeah, dude, that's going to be a collector's item at one point.
That's true. Yeah, keep that forever, dude. I still have my Stadia poster back there. Just kidding.
Oh yeah,
that'd be sick, dude. I
Like,
want to.
what
I want
the
to
fuck?
find one and hang it on that door. Actually, that sounds awesome.
That would be that's like some that's like some Ouya shit right there.
Oh, dude, this door could just be covered with like Ouya, Stadia, Amazon Luna,
Just
the
all the failed gamings.
the Atari Jaguar, the Sega Dreamcast. Oh man, that's good.
Yeah,
I'm
good
gonna
shit.
I'm gonna do that with that door now. That's a great
Hey
idea.
man, you just remember it.
Remember me, Nick. Speaking of remembering you,
Yes.
I don't fucking know. What you been playing?
Hey man,
I don't know.
I got you, boo. Remember that time? It was like 2 or 3 days ago that we got together and we just slammed Played Up.
I do. I remember it. I was there.
So you lost a bet. I don't remember what it was, and I'm like, all right, and you're like, I'll throw $10 down on this bet, and I'm like, okay, you're on.
What was the bet?
I don't remember what it was, but you're like,
something.
shit.
Oh, was there zombies in Modern Warfare?
Right. That's what it was.
That
was
was
there
the
zombies
bet.
in Modern Warfare? I'm like,
there
never been
there
zombies.
was not. I was wrong.
And you're like, all right, I guess here's your $10, but it was like $15 or whatever you paid for Played Up, and you gifted me Played Up, and we played the shit out of it. We were up for far too long on Saturday night, just fucking slamming this game. It's fantastic.
It's very good. Yeah,
Played Up is really good. I love it. It's like better Overcooked, I think.
Yeah. I wouldn't say better. It's a little different.
It's different. I like the roguelike aspect of it. It's a cooking game up to 4 players. It's also a roguelite. You get upgrades, you get unlocks, you get all these other things. And it works. It just works. And you know what? You know who publishes this fucking game?
I do. Yeah, I do.
The fucking Yogscast publishes this game. Are you kidding me? They have a fucking publishing company called Yogs Games.
Good for them, man. Because like you remember back in the day, Yogscast like tried to release a game like Minecraft, and then it just never came out, and they got a lot of shit because there was a lot of crowdsourcing that went into it, and the game just never came out.
Yeah. So I guess they took that and they were just like, all right, well, we're still gonna keep the company rather than like keeping the money for themselves and like absolving the company or the idea. I guess they kept the publishing company and they're publishing games now. So good on them. Good on them.
Indeed. I really enjoy that game. I was also playing that, obviously. And it's like a roguelike Overcooked. And I would say Overcooked is more of a party game, right? Like where you can just kind of boot that up and play at a party with a few friends or whatever. We're Played Up's a bit more involved, and like a run of Played Up can take you like 3 hours.
Oh God, we were playing for 6 hours on Saturday.
I think it was 7.5 hours. Yeah.
Oh my God. I haven't done that since like Limbo came out on the Xbox 360, and I bought it, and the day I bought it, I beat it.
Yeah.
You know, it was just stayed up way too late and went, shit. Well, I'm almost done. You know? Yeah. I had a fucking blast with Played Up though.
Yeah, that's how we were with that too. We were like, we just gotta finish this run. We're almost there, and we fucking did it. We beat the game, sort of. You know, like there's more to unlock and stuff, but we beat it. Like we got to the end, and it's just it's very fun. I want to play more of it, but I'm glad we got that like 8 hours in, because who knows when we'll have a chance like that to play again. But
dude, I was just thinking to myself before we started this podcast, it's like, damn, I'd much rather play Played Up than do this podcast.
yeah, that's fair.
But it's fair. But you know,
we could have been playing it during the podcast.
Yeah, okay.
Next time.
Good luck with that.
But yeah, I thoroughly enjoy it. Definitely worth checking out if you like that shit. If not, I don't know, eat ass or something.
Nice. You tell him, Jake.
What would you rate this game on a scale of whatever you want?
I mean, we don't do ratings here, but if I absolutely had to rate it, like gun to my head, had to put a numeral on this game, it's up there, man. It's up there. The 8 hours that we played, I'd probably give it like a 9.
That's what I was gonna say too.
Okay.
I'd
Cool.
give it a 9. I would have given it a 10, but there's some jank in it. There's a little bit of jank in it.
A little bit of jank in it.
Like sometimes you click on things and like it doesn't actually click and it kind of fucks up, and like you run into people. And I also do kind of wish that there were more, like, I know there are more layout options in the future as you keep going, but I kind of wish like you kind of created your own layouts and stuff. But
I've seen seeds, like you can put seeds into a seed generator. So you just type whatever you want and it'll come up with something. I don't know when or how to get it, but I've seen it on other streams and whatnot.
Yeah. Game is definitely a time sink though. So
yes, it is.
Which is good and bad. So that also brings it to a 9 and leaves it at a 9 because damn. On OpenCritic, FIFA 23 got a 68% from 75. What am I looking at? How does this work? I don't do this normally.
FIFA 23 got a 75 out of 43 critic reviews.
No, it's got a 68%. 75. How does this work? How do you find the numbers? I don't do this.
I literally just did it. It's in the document.
Oh. I'm actually looking at OpenCritic.
Okay.
Okay, 43 critic reviews. 75%. Okay. I get it now.
It's a 75 out of 100 from 43 critic reviews.
Okay. And 68% of critics recommend it.
Recommend it, yes.
Got it. Okay.
Got it. Okay. Wow.
Next week in games, what is this game? Fucking Dakar Desert Rally. It's coming to everything, including the Switch on October 4th. Get hyped for that. Overwatch 2 is coming to everything, including the Switch. October 4th.
What about the Stadia?
No Stadia.
No Stadia anymore, baby.
Hey, J-Fed said, OMG, Dream Crowwave.
Dream Crowwave. Nice.
And then, what else is coming out? Deathverse Let It Die is coming to PC October 5th. Nier Automata is coming to Switch on October 6th. And No Man's Sky is coming to the Switch on October 7th. That's it. That's this week. So Overwatch 2 is the big one.
That's it.
We'll see how that does.
Are you going to play Overwatch 2?
No.
Well, me neither.
Yeah, don't care. Is it free to play actually?
I think so.
Oh, maybe I'll fuck with it then.
All right, well,
we'll see. Yeah, I'll download it, play one match, and be like, this sucks, and then.
Yeah, honestly, you're probably right.
I'm gone this weekend though. I'm going up to a cabin this weekend, so like
So we're just never gonna get to play Played Up again.
I know. Maybe the weekend after, but yeah, I'm out of town.
Damn, son.
Also, I mean, it's your fucking birthday next week. Should we take next week off? We could talk about this after the show. Let's end the show. Yeah. Other Lonercast shows, check out our spoiler cast. We're going to do a Mandalorian spoiler cast. It's going to be sick, dude. You're going to love it. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be the greatest piece of content you've ever fucking seen. Check us out on Twitter at Lonercast1. Check me out on Twitter at emergencypizza_. Check Nick out on Twitter at fatal_microwave. And, watch us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Lonercast, and on YouTube, whenever you feel like it. Just look us up. Lonercast, YouTube. It's awesome. Also, podcast services. Look us up. Last Week in Games. It's awesome. Your mom.
All awesome.